Gandhi and Dr. Martin Luther King, like that, and they benefited greatly from this. So if these people can benefit, you can benefit too, right? So you just make that connection. You don't wait them to respond like that. What, you haven't heard of Emerson or Thoreau? I mean, where did you go to school? You know? What kind of a stupid hick are you? You know, you've been watching too many movies, eh? No, you just drop it and you see whether they pick up on it or not. Otherwise, you continue. Same thing. You say meditation, yoga, karma, reincarnation, like that. And many times you say, this karma thing, yes, this interests me. And then you go into that. Then, next thing. Say in the English language there is more than 300 editions of this Bhagavad Gita. But this is very unique. And then you show him here in the beginning the reviews by the critics. This book is used as a textbook in university. Now everybody knows what a textbook is. That means it's authoritative. It's really solid. It's serious. It's the real deal. Because, and I show him quickly, it has the original Sanskrit, Roman transliteration, word for word translation and purport. So it's very scientific. There is hardly any Gita like this. And it is the only one which is done by a person who is following the tradition. He's not just a scholar and academic, but he actually follows the tradition, which is very important. So that's why this book is used as a textbook in all these universities, and people have heard of Georgetown, University of Southern California, like that, for Sanskrit, linguistics, Hinduism, Eastern philosophy, and religion. Then, I've already said the part about the Sanskrit. I go to the pictures. You open up the picture section, and you show them the changing body. And you say, the soul, it just passes, we're all just passing through, right? You don't ask him, do you believe in reincarnation? Because most likely, if the person is not Hindu, then most of them say no. So you just say, we're all just passing through, right? And everybody says, yes, right, because that's what's happening. Now ask them, now where are you on this here? And they say, I'm the young guy at the book, or the guy at the ball. And I say, I'm already here, I'm already going down, like that. Then 3 modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Sometimes I show it, but mainly I do the changing body one. We're just passing through. Goodness, passion, ignorance, which one affects you most? The 3 gunas. Then, meditation, yoga, the sage who sees everybody with equal vision. Then the yogi. I usually show the yogi, because that's a powerful one. And I think it's missing in this Gita, but never mind. So, I had the person, what do you do for a living? What's your job? What do you do? He says, I'm an engineer. Then I say, what kind of an engineer? He says, a software engineer. I say, hey, that's funny. This guy, he was an engineer too. Then many times they say, really? I say, no, just joking. So like that, And then, this is the soul with the mind and the 5 senses. So, to be in control of your life means you control your mind who will control the senses. Otherwise, it's like a mad horses who are just running everywhere. So, this is all explained here in this book. How to be master of your life, how to be master of your destiny, right? Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody wants to be the master. But right now you're not. You're the servant. Your eyes say look. Your tongue say eat. Everybody has to run constantly. So if you want to be in charge, this book teaches you. So you connect the things you say to the book. Then you ask them about karma. Have you heard of karma? And usually ask them, what does it mean to you? They say something, what goes around comes around. You say, that's very interesting, never heard that before. It's like something to think about. Then you say good karma, bad karma, like that. But don't heavy them out. Don't get into the whole, did you eat any meat, in the last 72 hours? Like that. So we already said the things about the Sanskrit, and the author has unlocked the meanings. Then comes the question. Money. You don't just say, okay, give money, or this much or that much. I ask them, in a store, what do you think how much this would cost? how much this would go if you go to Borders? And they say, well, $30, $40, $50. I say, yeah, that's pretty close. But today is your lucky day because we're not selling them. People are just giving us a donation to help us cover the printing. So, can you help out? And usually they say, yeah, sure. How much? Then you say, you know, you give them the big hardcover Gita. You say, you know, some people give $1 million or give 100. If you can't do that, you know, whatever you feel good about. There is no minimum, but more importantly, there is no maximum. So just try to keep it under 100. But if you want to give them an idea, you say like, you know, average 20, something like that. Hardcover 20, softcover 10, like that. So that they have an idea. You don't just say give whatever you like and then they come with $1 and then you say, no, can you give some more? That's stupid. So you have to tell them how much you actually want. But sometimes you have to just be a little generous. You know, some people will give you more, some people will give you less. Some people give you 5, but they still want the book. Some other people give you 20 or 30, and like that. So it evens out, it balances out. Don't be, you know, no hard and fast rules. And then, we do this as a benefit for spreading love of God, to help people who are suffering, spread peace, and so on. Very important, thank people for taking the valuable time for looking at the book, even if they don't take it. It's been an honor to meet you. Please read the book. If they're interested, you take their name and their address, their email, their phone number, so you can invite them. You know, if you want to take classes on Gita, like that. If they're people of Indian origin, because they usually say, oh, you know, I already have this, I already know this. I say, wonderful. What's your sadhana? You know, what's your spiritual practice? And because they got none, they become a little, you know, shy, a little apprehensive. You know, I do a little yoga sometimes, or, you know, they're not going to say I wave an incense at a picture once, you know, in a blue moon. But you just say, you project a lot of positive energy. And then people will be inspired to reciprocate. And today you say it is Gita Jayanti, is the day this book was spoken. So we're going out and giving this book on a special occasion to everybody. And if you already have it, wonderful, give it as a gift to somebody else who might be interested, who might be benefiting from it. Then, so many things about talking to people of other religions.
What about that one?
Huh?
I'm a Christian.
Wonderful. That's great. We need more people like you. Like, you don't go confrontational. You don't say, oh, what you're doing is bad, and this is the superior path, or this is, you know. You say, wonderful. That's great. You know. The world will be a better place if you have more people like that. So, I'm sure you have seen, if you open your eyes, there's been a lot of, you know, Asians and Muslims and Hindus and people of other faiths who are here in this country. So in order to, you know, live as a society, it's important to understand what's people's beliefs, what's people's mindset, like that. So, you know, so in every library, you got to have Bible, you got to have Quran, you got to have Gita, you just got to have. Because you have to know what's going on. Because you read the newspaper every day, right? I mean, you know what's going on, right? But if you haven't read this, then you don't know what's going on. Like that. So, you just have to distinguish. Is the person narrow-minded and he doesn't want to have anything to do with anybody else? Then you just wish him a wonderful day and you move on. But mostly the people are kind of open, you know. As long as you don't push the envelope of certain issues.